And pronounced Dasha, right? Just want to make sure
Dasha.
because you're still in that. It's back if you remember, like when Morgan Wallen first came out, and people didn't know if it was Waylon or Wallen. So now that I know that, I was saying Dasha all along because it made sense. But it's confirmed now. So here we go.
No, you killed that. Good job.
Love it. Dasha, you got an interesting story because you entered the Billboard Hot 100 with this song Austin that got released back in November, right?
Hmm.
When Austin came out, and then it kind of incubated there a little bit. And all of a sudden, it turned into this TikTok, Instagram Reels phenomenon of people dancing, and that started getting people to pay attention, really consume the music. Got you onto the Billboard Hot 100 independently, and then now you got a record deal all within 6 months. Crazy.
Within like 6 weeks. Yeah, it's been like
Yeah.
really insane. I know.
So 6 months, not even 6 months since the song came out, but really the attention. Yeah, the last 6 weeks just absolutely unreal with Austin. It's just one of those ones that it's an earworm, right? You get stuck in your head, and the hook just pulls you in.
Thank you. I know. I always say that my favorite thing is I always say I'm a songwriter first, and I really love visual storytelling, but also I love a good earworm pop hook. So we kind of got the best of both worlds with Austin, and the world loved it. So here we are.
You played Jimmy Kimmel basically as an independent artist, because that was right around the time you were talking to Warner, and the deal hadn't been announced. But that doesn't happen like ever, to see a 100% independent artist get booked on late night TV, or really TV of any kind. That must have just blown your mind when they called you.
It was really insane. When my publicist called me, I was like, come again? I was in Miami on a boat, and I literally started tearing up, and I was like, what is happening? It's crazy because I've been doing this since I was like 10. I started playing shows, my original songs out when I was 10. I released my first song on Spotify when I was 13. Like, this is all I've ever wanted to do, and it's just been so amazing making it happen, but also as an independent artist making it happen with the help of TikTok. It's just been so wild.
It takes a village, right? It's not just you putting out the
Oh God,
TikTok
no.
videos, recording, writing. We all know that it takes a village, but then all of a sudden, to take the song, to get it out, to get you booked on TV, but then it takes millions of fans engaging with this song to make it what it is. I think I just read that you're over the 3 billion, approaching 4 billion streams on TikTok alone, which is wild.
I just don't even know what's happening. Like, it's insane. I'm so grateful. Yeah, it's wild to see this rocket ship we're on, and I really am just trying to hold on as tight as possible and enjoy the moment and enjoy the chaos. And it's just insane. I don't even know what to say. I don't think it's really hit me yet either. Like, when I'm saying these words out loud, I'm like, oh yeah, 3 billion people have heard the song and streamed it. It's just like, what is even going on?
They've at least heard the hook and seen the
Yeah,
dance.
exactly. They've heard the song. 3 billion people. That's
But
pretty
you look
crazy.
at what that did for Walker Hayes a few years ago with Fancy Like, kind
Totally.
of the same vibe, right? And you're on that trajectory. You see radio, adding your song every week, which
Yeah.
doesn't happen with brand new artists all the
No.
time. So it's just fun to watch.
Thank you. It's been so cool seeing how big Nashville and the country community's arms have been open towards me, because breaking as a country artist is not an easy thing to do. They really care about, being genuine and authentic towards the genre and, the history of the genre and all that stuff. And that's a big priority for me. And like, I've lived in Nashville for years now, and I love this community so, so, so much. Like I always said, I'm a songwriter first, and I love how much this community champions songwriters. And I've been feeling so much love from them. It's
You
been
grew
great.
up in San Luis Obispo, California, right?
Yeah, San Luis Obispo.
San Luis Obispo, if I'm not mistaken, home to the sharpest railroad curve in America.
Is that the statistic? Really?
I think so.
Huh.
One of, if not the, because I remember riding Amtrak when I was in college from Eugene down to LA to visit college friends.
Yep.
And I remember going through San Luis Obispo, and it's right near, like, there's like a prison or something, like north
Yeah, by the
outside of
men's
town.
colony.
Yeah, and you could see it from the railroad, and it's like this 180-degree turn, fully
Oh,
open
in
to
the
where you
mountain, right?
yeah, so you could
Yeah.
see the front of the train from the back. That's how sharp this rail curve is.
Cuesta Ridge. Yes, that's what it is.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's what it's called. I remember San Luis Obispo being that. I haven't been back since, but
I've taken that
uh,
Amtrak train many a time. Yes.
yeah, you hop on, go down to LA, do your thing, and then right back. It's a
That was
beautiful
my
going
entire
down that.
childhood. Yeah.
Yeah, going down the Coast Starlight track is
Yes.
absolutely beautiful. Going through like Santa Barbara and stuff like that. That's you can't see stuff like that when you're driving, so it's cool to
No,
just take it. Maybe there's a Dasha Austin Express Amtrak promotion waiting to
I like
happen.
that. I like
I
that
don't
I do
know.
that. And then every 5 minutes, we have line dancers like placed throughout the train and start like flash mobbing and look it off.
Right. Right. And not let anybody know what's going on except
No
the
one knows. Everyone's just like, what is going on?
right. Well, speaking of that, that's kind of a road trip. If you were planning a road trip soundtrack, besides your own hits, what's the one song you absolutely need on the road trip to keep the vibes up?
Oh my God, this is such a good question. Oh gosh, this is a hard one though.
There's so many people that are going to be disappointed if you don't say their songs, so you got to answer carefully, right?
You know what? I'm such an R&B head. Like, it depends. Like, what are we like daytime road tripping? Or are we like nighttime? Like, we're pushing through.
You know what?
Like,
Let's
give me
do
the
one for
vibe.
daytime and one at nighttime. Your all-nighter song and your daytime road trip song.
Okay, daytime is gonna have to be some more classic country. I'm gonna go with Morgan Wallen, Seven Summers. That song is perfect.
Okay.
And then nighttime, I'm gonna go. Ooh, probably some Chris Brown, Go Crazy.
Oh, okay.
I don't. They came out of left field, but it's just so good. It's just so good.
I played Chris Brown's very first single on the radio way back in the day. So hearing
Thank
I haven't
you.
heard anyone say his name in a minute. Like he obviously had that run and then he's had some issues over the years, but yeah,
Yeah, it kind of
he's
got canceled for a second, but he's
yeah,
been
a little
forgiven
bit.
apparently. I
I
just
like
think
that.
he's such a good. I just love dancers, and he's got some swag to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the buzz around Austin. Do
Let's
you,
do it.
were there any moves that didn't make the cut in terms of like, you choreographed it? Was there anything that when you were making, the videos and creating the dance that you like attempted but miserably failed at?
Yes. We had several rounds of drafts for the line dance. The first one was made with myself and my friend Sadie, and it was more like girl coded, kind of more sassy and more sexy. And then we're like, okay, first off, we need to make it simpler, and we also need to make it so that guys will want to do it. So like anyone can do it.
Yeah.
So we pared it down a bit, and then my friend Susanna helped me choreograph it at the end there too, and throw in a few moves. But there was definitely some ones that didn't make it. There was one where I like went all the way down and flicked my head up, like hit your toe, like the bend and snap move from Legally Blonde. You
Oh,
know that
yeah.
move? That was in
Yeah.
there for a second.
I'm not that bendy, so I don't think I would have been able to pull that off.
See
Yeah.
my point exactly.
The line on your song, did your boot stop working? Mine never worked to begin with.
Mine
So
never
they,
worked. Yeah,
no,
people are
they're
so confused about that line. I have to tell you, there's so many comments online about people being like, "What does boot stop working mean? Like, how do your boots stop working?"
well, yeah,
I'm
like
like,
you're lazy having a Netflix day and you can't get up. That's one of the
yeah, like
ways.
why
Um,
why are people so confused about what that line? It makes sense to you, right?
to me, like it says, you're at a country bar and you're single, right? And you see this
Yeah,
girl from across the room, across the bar, and you don't get up and go talk to her.
yeah. Like, oh, did
Like
your
that's
boots
what
stop
did your
working?
boot stop? Right.
Genius, perfect
How do you
example.
not know what that means? It's such an easy and so many ways to interpret that
People just
100%.
want to hate when they can, and people hate a good metaphor, so can't be mad.
You made your late night debut a little bit ago on Jimmy Kimmel.
Hmm.
Epic performance. It was
Thank
cool to
you.
see the dancers and everything, and everyone was seemed to be engaging. The crowd loved it. If you could pick the next TV show or maybe movie to crash, what would it be for you?
Oh my gosh. Uh, Probably Kelly Clarkson show.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I had to think about that for a second. I was like, yeah, Kelly Clarkson show would be so cool.
I feel like
Um,
she would want to like dance with you. I feel like that would happen.
right? I think I could teach her the dance, and then her having obviously such a big, amazing performance background. I think we could totally kill that. Also, SNL is a big one of mine. Dying to go on SNL.
I wish Ellen was still doing her show. Could you imagine you and Ellen
We get along
dancing?
so well. It would be so
I feel like it'd be
cute.
a vibe, right? The
Yes,
things we wish could happen. You never know. If there's ever like an Ellen reunion show, I feel like you need to be booked for that for
I think
sure.
so too. I couldn't agree more.
Congratulations on all the success. Excited to see how far this thing goes just organically. It's one of those ones that's just taken off on its own. Um, for the next song, if you could pick, after your success of Austin, if you had to choose a totally different genre for your next viral hit, what direction would you take us outside of the country space?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you this, but I'm staying country. But if I had to choose a different genre, I might go maybe like an R&B song, like some SZA stuff. I love SZA.
Okay. I have, I'm so ingrained in my own little country world. Like
Can
I
you
gotta
not like
get
hear that?
more.
It's kind of like really vibey guitar with
I'm
some like
sure I would
really
recognize it if I heard it.
lyrics
Yeah.
that get you good. I love a good lyric. I love a good lyric.
Well, I love hearing
So good.
that. Thank you for making time for me today. If you're ever up in the Pacific Northwest, I'm based just outside of Portland, but on nationally.
Oh,
But
awesome.
I don't know
Cool.
if you're from California, but I don't know if you're into wine. We have really
Girl,
good
am
Pinot
I? I
Noir.
love wine.
We have really good Pinot Noir in Oregon,
Woo!
and if you're ever up this way or when you are, like, let's connect and we'll take you wine tasting. So
Yes, on Beat Up Radio. Let's go. I'm so excited.
I love it. Dasha, thank you so much, and good luck with everything. And you've got a place on the show anytime.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So nice talking to you. Thanks for having me.
See ya.
Bye.